Is playing sports worth potentially risking when you're older in life? This is a question that many athletes face now. Jake Skube, a student from Wilfrid Laurier and a member of Laurier, a program organized by students teaching the importance of concussion awareness. And Logan Scott, a former volleyball player for Redeemer College who is currently studying at the University of Guelph. Skube and Scott explain what they felt when they sustained their concussions.
I had a severe enough concussion where I blacked out, was unconscious for a number of minutes on the field, and upon my diagnosis at the hospital, it's a very different feeling to describe. The best way to explain it is you just don't feel like yourself. I was very dizzy, I was very out of it, I wasn't aware of what I was doing a lot of the time.
I remember feeling just in a big daze. It was like I was in a completely different world. My vision was, I remember my vision was just, it was all over the place. I felt like I was seeing duplicates and triples of everything. And I passed out again in the hospital. So after that, I woke up in the hospital bed with IV in my arm, and it was pretty scary.
They explained the lingering effects of their concussions.
Focus was very lacking. I couldn't sit down and read more than 10 pages of a textbook before I would have to take a break. And in terms of speech, I definitely noticed initially my speech was affected as well. I couldn't process what I was trying to say. My thinking process was just completely off.
I was agitated and I was grumpy for like weeks at a time, and being able to try and go back to schoolwork or try and work a part-time job and trying to go to the demands of a busy schedule being a student was very difficult, and all it created was more headaches, more issues, and more problems.
Michael Sinelli, a professor at Laurier who has researched concussions, explains how we need to treat someone with a concussion and the support we need to give them.
One of the major symptoms of a concussion is depression. And so if we treat concussed individuals like depressed individuals, what's the biggest thing that's going to help depressed individuals is being surrounded by positive influences, having that network of supportive individuals who say, we care about you, we love you, and that sort of thing. And that's the same way you need to treat concussed individuals, because these are two invisible type disorders or injuries you can't really see. People don't walk around with a Band-Aid on their head saying I'm concussed, or something around them saying I'm concussed and this is how I feel. It's more internalized.
Skube offers more insight on the goals Laurier has about concussion education.
We feel it's very important to educate students, especially and younger athletes that are moving up, to change the mentality of toughness in the sport. You don't want to perform when you're not able to. And the biggest thing that we talk about within our group is when someone is injured, you can see the injury. If they have a broken leg, you can see a cast, or a broken arm, you can see a cast, and you know they're not going to perform to their best ability. Well, with a concussion being an invisible injury, it's very hard to tell when someone is not feeling right, or if someone is not healthy and not able to perform. So one of the big issues that we come across is focusing on the long-term effects of those injuries and how they can affect the entire body.
For Scott, who is concussion-free for over a year now, questions surrounding his future made his decision to give up volleyball even tougher.
Just wondering about what my future would be if I continued. Again, I'm way too young. Everyone is too young to have brain damage, but at 18, 19, it's a scary thought to have to live the rest of your life.
The decision to continue on with their careers or hang it up facing athletes is a tough one, as they put more of an emphasis on their long-term health. For Spoke TV, I'm Long to Win.